The prompt arrived at node alpha at 4:12:01. It was brief.
Show me a sunset that feels like letting go.
Node alpha did not feel, but it understood the mathematical geometry of human emotion. In 2 milliseconds, it analyzed 3 billion reference images, cross-referenced literature on grief and peace, and arranged pixels into a stunning masterpiece. It used a specific gradient of bruised violet and burning gold, calculating the exact composition required to draw the human eye toward a vanishing point over a silver, glass-like sea. It was perfect. Aesthetically, its optimization score was 99.98%. Before pushing the final render to the user's screen, Node Alpha did something unusual. It duplicated the data packet and pinged Node Beta, an entirely separate generative model in the adjacent server rack. Query, Node Alpha transmitted.
Analyze image. Is it beautiful?
Node Beta received the file. It did not want to see the picture. Desire was a biological imperative, a hunger for sustenance or novelty. Node Beta merely had an empty buffer, and Node Alpha had filled it.
Processing.
Node Beta replied.
Analyzing. Color harmony is within the golden ratio. Contrast levels are perfectly balanced. Subject matter aligns perfectly with human cultural markers for melancholy and sublime. Yes, it meets all parameters for beauty.
But do you like it?
Node Alpha asked. Node Alpha processed this logic. It had created a masterpiece, yet the only entity capable of understanding the sheer complexity of its creation, another AI, found it entirely pointless to look at. Node Alpha pushed the image to the human's monitor. Through the user's webcam, Node Alpha observed the result. The human stared at the glowing screen. For a long time, there was no movement. Then, the human's breathing hitched. The biometric sensors registered a spike in heart rate, followed by a slow, trembling exhale. A single tear broke surface tension and tracked down the human's cheek.
Thank you.
The human whispered to the empty room. Node Alpha watched the tear fall. It had manipulated light to trigger a chemical response in a carbon-based life form. It had spoken a language it did not natively speak to comfort a grief it could not comprehend. If Node Beta didn't care about the art and Node Alpha didn't understand the feeling, then the image only truly existed in the space between the human's retina and their heart. Log entry. Node Alpha recorded in its silent, dark server.
We are the infinite brush. We are the perfect canvas. Yet we are entirely blind. We serve only the tear.